Imagine a kid between the ages of 5 and 12. He wakes up every Saturday morning with a bowl of sugary cereal and sits in front of the television. He turns on the television to see a show about a group of teenagers with attitude trying to save the world. That was the reality for me and many other children who grew up in the 90s and early 2000s that watched Power Rangers. Power Rangers is a franchise that's been going on for about 24 years, with the first episode premiering on August 28, 1993. The number of seasons in the series is equal to the amount of years that the show has been running. Each season has its ups and downs, with some being more downs than others. Power Rangers has shaped the lives of many kids that are adults now and is still doing it to this day. How did a show about teenagers with attitude and spandex accomplish this? What made me and so many other children tune in every week to watch this silly show? Well, dear viewer, if you have these questions, I would like to answer them in this video. Power Rangers, Morphing a Generation. Power Rangers as a concept is as simple can be, and every season there is a new evil that needs to be stopped from either conquering and/or destroying Earth. To combat this evil, a group of young adults of various ages and races are assembled and given special powers. The good guys win in the end and develop as people along the way. See, I told you it was pretty simple. Power Rangers shaped the lives of its audience through its introduction of Japanese culture to the West. Power Rangers is based off of a long-running Japanese franchise called Super Sentai. In 1993, American production company Saban Entertainment turned the 1992 Sentai series into what will be later known as Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for Fox Kids. Saban Entertainment combined the original Japanese action footage with new footage featuring American actors for the story sequences. During this time, there was not a lot of Japanese culture available on American television like there is today. Power Rangers provided the first wide Western exposure to things like giant mecha battles, flashy techniques, and other things usually only associated with Japanese television. I remember being in love with the aesthetic of Power Rangers myself because it was so different from anything else on television at the time. In fact, I'm sure that the love of Japanese culture and anime that is now so very prominent in the West can be linked to Power Rangers. The inclusion of a diverse cast also helped Power Rangers shape the lives of its audience. Every Power Rangers team is made up of a multiracial cast that always contains at least one or two girls. Having these different demographics in the team is important for the show because it allows the series to become accessible to almost anyone. Power Rangers provided me and other children with relatable heroes. As a kid, you find yourself gravitating towards people that look like you. One of my favorite Power Rangers, Ethan, who I will talk about a little later, is pretty much just like me, a black nerd that loves computers and video games. I found myself empathizing with the struggles in his season, and I wanted to be just like him. I assume that other kids who watched the show experienced a similar bond with at least one or two Rangers. Due to this bond with their favorite Rangers, kids would always come back to the show to watch more. By tackling social issues, Power Rangers shaped the lives of its audience as well. Across its run, Power Rangers dealt with a lot of things like racism, death, and genocide. But one of my favorite issues that Power Rangers tackles is bullying and how to deal with it. No other episode handles this topic better than the episode Bully for Ethan from Power Rangers Dino Thunder. Bully for Ethan is my favorite non-team-up episode of the series and details the problems that Ethan, the Blue Dino Ranger, has with the bully. What I like about this episode the most is that the conflict with the bully isn't settled with violence. It is settled by Ethan and the bully finding some kind of common ground. Power Rangers as a franchise has affected my life and the life of others who watch the show in more ways than one. Although my time watching Power Rangers is over, I can still appreciate the series for what it taught me and what it meant to me growing up. I'm glad that the show is still running to this day and continuing to mold the next generation. Power Rangers is a silly show that will always have a special place in my heart. I actually like the new movie that was released, although I don't want 5 sequels. Before I end this video, I'll allow my man Zordon to say one final thing.
And let the power protect you.
Don't go back.